Yo guys, what is up? Welcome back to another Producer Insight. My name is Bright Visions and today we're going to talk about 6ix9ine, my latest release on Scantraxx. So, if you have not heard it yet, let me show you a little bit of the tune. So that's kind of the tune, how it goes. It's not a really big project, but it is a special one because I did something in Hardstyle that hasn't been done before, I think. At least I haven't heard it, and not a lot of people have heard it in Hardstyle, and I think I might be the first one to do it. I used a combination of genres, of course Hardstyle and Phonk. And Phonk is a style that's really popular. You might have heard something similar like it on TikTok. And I came across it. I was listening to a few artists that I was already listening to before, but they started to do something with it, this Phonk style, and I really liked it. And I was like, well, why not combine it in Hardstyle? So the inspiration of it came from Scarlord and Courthell, and it was this tune. So that was kind of my reference point for this track. I kind of figured out what is Phonk, what is the main signature sound of the style, and it was already, yeah, the cowbell plug. It's like an 808 cowbell plug, and there are multiple ways you can do this, but I kind of started out with something like this. Well, what was kind of a challenge is that normal Phonk is 100 BPM and Hardstyle is at 155, 160 BPM. So it was either too fast or too slow, because you can also half time it. So you can also put it back to like 80, which is half of 160. But that was all way too slow, so I had to come up with something that was still drivey. It has some drive, but also not way too fast. So yeah, I came up with this. And Phonk has this pretty hard beat. It's a genre form of hip hop, but it is more up tempo. And it's kind of a bit like almost over distorted in some tunes. It has a sort of crunch to it, so I also did that with these samples. It's barely noticeable because I still want it to be clean. And yeah, so then I filled it up with the other sounds, so of course the cowbell. So there's like a main sub bass, which is this one, the Reese, and then there's this one. And I use this screech type lead. So that's almost like playing a counter melody to this one. And then yeah, I just use some loops for this, for the beats. Some ambient to fill it up. And some weird effects going on. And the vocal, this is also something that is really common in funk, is that there is like a hip-hop urban type, yeah, vocal, but it's really pushed in the background. So it's either over distorted or pushed in the background, or it's not really up front. You can't really understand what the vocal is saying, and this is super new to like EDM, like hardstyle. The vocals need to be super clear. I was like, well, maybe let's twist some things up and do it the other way around, just as a fill-up. Use the vocals as a fill-up. So they're quite distorted, a lot of delay, sidechained, and then under the beat. So I still wanted to have some sort of cool, dope melody, because I'm all about melodies. There was a real challenge to still have the track be unique in a way, but also have, yeah, the normal hardstyle parts in it so people can understand and relate to it. I ended up just, yeah, in the second break having the melody play and combine it with the drums to still have some overlap in sounds and in vibe. Super simple, super easy, followable, but I think that worked in this tune. I really like the vibe. It's like a cool, tough vibe, not overcomplicated stuff. So yeah. So yeah, for the build up, it's not too special. It's just a hardstyle build up. What I did here is just pitch up the vocal as it goes. And so basically the vocal is just playing but going up in pitch, so it has this build-up effect. It's really simple actually, but I think it's cool. It adds some build-up vibes within the vocal without having it looped or anything, which is super common, of course. So this thing is kind of my signature sound for a build-up or for a fake. I got this sound, so it's basically made from a kick, which I made for which is actually from The Mission, the track from Demi Cannon that I remixed. So I used that kick, so without all the effects. That would be the kick of The Mission, but I used a bunch of effects to create an FX kick. And the peak before the distortion just moves a little bit, so it shifts, creating this cool build-up type effect. Yeah, in the drop, nothing too special, just gated kicks. Kinda wanted to keep the melody in there. That little, this part. You can hear that in here. Kind of all links back to each other, really subtle. Right? And then the beat just repeats itself. Then we go into the other drop. So this has more of a screech pattern, and with the distorted kick first and then the gated, and the other one is just first gated then distorted kick. So yeah, it's kind of twisted around. Not too special for the drops, just a lot of drive, a lot of roughness, raw kicks, of course, gated kicks, super simple. And then after that, dropping straight into the melody and build up towards the last drop. Yeah, not all too special for the melody drop. Just make sure that you sidechain your leads. Actually pretty simple. Yeah, just give your kick some room to play. Yeah, I make the leads in a different template, because yeah, then I can just use same leads, don't have to rebuild them. So these are bounced to audio. And yeah, that's kind of it for 6ix9ine. Yeah, so the overall track had much more thought in the concept and is a lot more special than just a simple normal track. Thanks all for watching. Hope you've learned something from it, and stay tuned for more.